So my mom has 8 kids and she's a single mother. And my father died when I was like 3 years old. So I guess like seeing her grind and just become who she is today just made me want to go harder. We going from house to house, hotel to hotel. She's doing everything she can to take care of us, but it wasn't enough to like give us a life that kids need, you know what I'm saying? But she still made a way for us. So once I came to like realization that, okay, we're struggling, like we're poor, that's when I was like, okay, I'm gonna take initiation and do my part, provide as much as I can, working at a grocery store, doing a little side, you know what I'm saying? Trying to help her just any way I could, because I just realized like we in this alone for real. We was at a hotel, we was transitioning into a house. So we was at a hotel for a couple months and the hotel get burnt down. Once that gets burnt down, we back at square one because we lose everything. This was damn near Christmas. Like a couple days before Christmas, all the gifts get burnt down and we back at square one.
Around 200 people, including children, many low income, call the Uno Boutique Hotel home. Now, 2 days before Christmas,
Sneakers.
many have nowhere to go.
Talk to me about building up your accounts, right? What money did you have to fund your accounts? How did you build that up?
So I'm a risk taker. I know this might sound crazy to people, but I believe in myself 100%, 110%. I took out a bank loan with my business. So I got a business called Liquid FX Global, LLC. I took out a $27,000 loan and put the whole thing in a trading account. I believe in myself. I've been doing this long enough. I turned that to, it said, I think 180,000 now.
Sheesh.
And I done withdrew like 60, 70,000 out plenty of times to buy cars, get my teeth done, you know, just do certain things. And yeah, it was at 240,000 at one point, but I've just been spending on it. I went from making 10K every withdrawal to pulling out 40, 50, 60, 70s, you know what I'm saying? Pulling out real money off a bank loan.
Some people will watch this and say, well, sounds like a gambler to me, right?
I am a gambler with my life. Yeah, I gambled, I bet on myself 100 times to change my family situation. You know what I'm saying? I put my life on the line to change my whole family situation. And this is, doing it at a computer is way more safe than doing it in the streets for a couple $100. So I do this 100,000 times if I have to.
Today's guest is definitely special. He has, he's blown me away already. He showed up with his little brother and his mom, you know, and I often say that if you are who you really say you are, you can be that way in front of the people that know you best. And to have his mom here, speaking with her before we got started, it's really shown me that this is a special guy, and I'm excited to hear about his journey. KJ, what's going on, bro?
What's up with you, bro?
I'm doing good, man. Welcome to the podcast. You know what I mean? Welcome. You here, man. Listen, when you hear your mom just talk about how she have seen you grow and just how proud of you she is and just how special it is to watch you through the different circumstances that you've been through, continue to push and apply yourself. What does that do for you, bro?
Honestly, make me want to go harder. I'm nervous.
It's all right, man. We chatting, bro. We chatting, man.
But yeah, it makes me want to go harder. I came from nothing, so like being that my mom is proud of what I'm doing in life, it just made me want to go harder for real.
I love that. So you talked about like wanting to go harder, and you talked about, you know, a little bit, like you alluded to a little bit, like have gone through some things in life. Yeah. What are some things, you know, just outside of trading, just in life general, like what are some hard times and some tough struggles that life has thrown your way?
So my mom has 8 kids and she's a single mother. And my father died when I was like 3 years old. So I guess like seeing her grind and just become who she is today just made me want to go harder. So
where do you find that ambition from? Because that's like your slogan, like go harder, right? You know what I mean? Like, what does that mean to you, and what does that take for you to go harder? Like, what are the actions behind go hard?
So I grew up raising my brothers. So I know that my mom didn't have like a father figure for us. So seeing that made me just want to like provide for all of us financial wise. When she didn't have enough to like buy food and stuff, I try to, you know, find a way to get money for that and stuff. So yeah, it's just, I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah. So, are you the oldest?
No, I'm the third oldest.
You're the third oldest.
Yes.
But you felt like it's my responsibility.
I had to take responsibility, exactly. Yeah.
So how old were you? So you were 3 when your father passed away, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But when did you get that moment of like, I have to be the one to help mom out?
When I realized nobody wanted to help her, literally, like, we going from house to house, hotel to hotel. She's doing everything she can to take care of us, but it wasn't enough to like give us a life that kids need, you know what I'm saying? But she still made a way for us. So once I came to like realization that, okay, we're struggling, like we're poor, that's when I was like, okay, I'm gonna take initiation and do my part, provide as much as I can, working at a grocery store, doing a little side, you know what I'm saying? Trying to help her just any way I could, because I just realized like, damn, we in this alone for real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you were originally born and raised in the Carolinas, right?
North Carolina, yeah.
Okay, in North Carolina. Now, what type of area did you grow up in? Like, was it the hood? Was
The
it
streets.
Okay, so
The
it was the
hood,
streets. So
yeah.
with that mindset of I gotta go hard, you know,
Yeah.
I gotta help my mom. I've got to the realization that I have to help her out,
Or we gonna struggle.
or we gonna struggle. So you talked about working at the grocery store, but you know, you come, like, it sounds like you come from similar backgrounds that I come from. I mean, the streets is there.
Yeah.
You know, serving is there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Different opportunities to get, you know, and at that time, it's easier to
I
make.
started following that.
There you go. Like, it's easier to make a couple $100s in a day out on the streets, serving this, serving that, than it is at a grocery store. You know what I mean? So, did the streets tempt you in any way?
Yeah,
to
it
do
did.
illegal things.
It did. So I started going down that path when I turned like 16. Like I started trying to be a gangbanger, carrying guns, you know, because what I'm seeing, you know what I'm saying? I'm seeing this and we're still struggling in the process. So I just started getting in the streets, trying to make money, hustling, stealing from people. And I guess my mom peeped that. So once she peeped that, she got us up out of there. She moved us out of North Carolina. So once she saw that it was going down the wrong path, my cousin died too. So I started losing family members from the street life. And I realized like, I'm gonna be the same way. Either I'm gonna be in jail or I'm gonna be dead somewhere, you know what I'm saying? So I just was like, I gotta find another way, really.
Yeah. So when you're out in the streets, right, you're doing whatever, what are you thinking about? Or are you even thinking?
Honestly, you don't think. It's not something you think about. You just do it because you know you have to do it. So yeah, you think about what you can receive and not what's gonna happen in the long run. You know what I'm saying?
So mom at that time is aware. And moms have like this intuition where they can kind of know what's going on and you think they don't know,
It
but
got
they
bad.
know. Talk to me about it.
10 men come into our house, 10 boys.
Okay, tell me that
with
story.
guns and everything. So I'm at the Boys and Girls Club. I get out of school, right? So my mom start calling me out of nowhere saying, it's kids at the door, it's young men at the door asking for you, like, where you at? And I guess they looking for me because either they want to kill me or hurt me because I took something from them. You know what I'm saying? So once she saw that, that's when it was like, okay, it's time to go, because everywhere I went, people was trying to get at me. You know what I'm saying? Wow. It's called a green light. You ever heard of green light? Like,
I've heard of it.
They'll green light you.
Yeah.
Once they green light you, anybody in that gang, that rival gang, got to touch you. So after that, I was just like I done got myself in a situation that I can't get out of. You know what I'm saying? And the only person that got me out of it was my mom. She was just like, we dropped everything. We left with like 4 or 5 bags of stuff and came to Florida.
Wow. And you 16, 17 at this time?
16, 17, yeah. 16, 17, for sure.
And you got basically a hit
A hit out on me.
on you.
Yes.
At 16,
At
17
16,
years
yeah.
old. That's crazy.
And this was before I knew what Forex was. I didn't even know that. I knew it existed, but I didn't know I could actually do it. You know what I'm saying? I thought you had to be on like Wall Street or somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
That's, bro, like 16, 17 years old,
Yeah.
where some people are privileged enough, their only concern is how do I pass this test on Friday, right? You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like their
yeah.
biggest concern is, you know what I mean? Like, how do I make it past this grade, or how do I, you know, just simple stuff. And you literally, like, you dodging people to save your life, basically.
Yeah, yeah.
At that age.
Yeah.
And mom steps in and say, yo, no, you know, it's not gonna be my child. Like, we gotta get up out of here.
Exactly.
Wow. Okay. So you guys move from North Carolina, and where do you go from there?
We go to Atlanta, and then Atlanta is the same shit. same. And then we go to Florida. And my mom always talked about Florida. So we got here. And then I started seeing the life that I wanted for myself. Like, it's obtainable here. People don't, where we from, people don't know that. We living back in 2000 still right now. So when we came to Florida, I just started seeing everything that you could get here easy if you put in the work. And that's when my life started turning around.
So go deeper on that, right? So you said that people in the Carolinas, right, or where you came from, they don't necessarily see the potential that you saw when you got to Florida.
They don't.
What are some things that you saw that was different from what you saw in Carolinas, then when you get to Florida that you started to see?
Oh, it's simple. Like a lake, like Disney. You know what I'm saying? Like beaches. We got to go to South Carolina to see a beach.
Murder Beach.
Shout out Murder Beach. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So simple shit like alligators, houses, cars, Publix. We don't even have that there. We got like one Walmart where I'm from. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
We have one Walmart. Because I'm from Laurinburg, North Carolina. You ever heard of that?
I haven't.
It's one Walmart, one McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? They still driving box Chevys with a little Yoo-hoo and what's it called? I don't know what it's called. It's like the box Chevys to where they put like rims on it, dunks.
Yeah, dunks. Yeah,
they got that there. So like still 90s. Like basically still 90s. So me coming here and just seeing like the life, like, dang, I can go to Disney and not worry about nobody trying to kill me. I can go to Publix, you know what I'm saying? I can go to a resort and I'm seeing Ferraris, Lamborghinis, and these people working regular jobs. I mean, they went to school for it, but they put in the work and they got what they got, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I'm just seeing all this and I'm like, damn, we can do the same thing. This is obtainable for us too. We just have to put in the work.
What was the adjustment from coming from literally always looking over your shoulder, always, wondering like, yo, who is this? Like, why are they looking at me like that? What was the adjustment for you just socially and how you engage with people coming from that environment and literally having a hit out on you to now being in this beautiful place where you saw this potential?
I always been like a people's person.
Okay.
So I always could be around people, you know what I'm saying, that talk to people and just, empower people. So that was never really a problem. But it's not really a lot of black people here. So it wasn't really hard. I felt safe.
I like that.
I felt safe off rip, you know what I'm saying? So that wasn't really a problem for me to adjust.
Yeah, that's good. I love that. Okay, so you get to Orlando. Mm-hmm. And you're coming from Atlanta because you went from North Carolina, Atlanta. Mm-hmm. Similar problems there. So mom says we're going to Orlando, right? Mm-hmm. Mom shared with me the story of literally like she just thought about like her happy experience of being at Epcot and running behind Michael Jackson. She was like, that's where we going,
that
right?
Was a big thing to us, just doing that.
Wow.
That's probably the biggest experience we ever experienced was Disney at the time. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, because we never even went to Florida. That was our first time here.
Yeah. Man, I ain't gonna even lie. Like growing up, we weren't like poor, but we were poor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But not like, like I've seen some people that were really, had it hard. Like we had enough to eat, you know what I mean? But outside of food and water, the necessities, it wasn't nothing else. You know what I mean? But for us growing up, if you went to Disney World, you were rich.
Yeah.
Like that's how we saw it. If anybody said they went to Disney World, we was like, for real? Like we literally wanted to sit down and hear everything.
You used to see it on the TV. Like,
yeah,
damn,
you sit on TV.
What, you go to Disney World?
Yeah. And so for you to be in Orlando, how was that? Like when y'all first got here? So
my mom started grinding. So like I saw her change too as a person. You know what I'm saying? I saw her started putting in the work and it started getting better. Our attitude started changing, like the street mentality started leaving out of us. So we just started adapting for the right reasons, you know what I'm saying? So I got a job, everybody got jobs. We started doing good. Everything started going good. I graduated high school and then boom, that hit. We was at a hotel, we was transitioning into a house. So we was at a hotel for a couple months and the hotel get burnt down. So that's when we built all the way up here. And this is why I'm learning how to trade. This is why I'm in the process of learning. And I'm probably making like $200 here, $400 there, you know what I'm saying, while I'm in high school still. So the hotel gets burnt down. Once that gets burnt down, we back at square one because we lose everything. This was damn near Christmas. Like a couple days before Christmas, all the gifts get burnt down and we back at square one. So
Wow.
that's when I was like, damn, is this God? Like, what's going on? Like, I didn't understand life at that point, honestly.
Yeah, you start questioning everything because you're like, yo, we finally getting a leg up. You know, like we finally get to a place, we're happy, we're safe, most importantly, right? Things are working, and like mom was telling me off camera at that time, she was getting ready to work, she just got her permit, and just all these things was moving in the right direction. And y'all had these gifts, you know what I mean? All these gifts, and then boom, some weird person light the hotel on fire.
A crackhead.
Wow.
Yeah, crackhead lit a match, was on fire, and they ignited the whole building. And we was right about to move and everything. Mama,
Wow.
It's on camera. You don't both talk.
Nah, it's good. Mom, good. Mom was just telling me off camera. Y'all can't hear, but she was just telling me that like no insurance, like no none of that. Like y'all lost everything.
Like we had to go to a hotel, and luckily I had made like $500 profit that week, and I had it saving to sit to the side. And then there was like, we don't have nothing for y'all. Basically, the hotel was like, we can't do nothing. So they had a homeless shelter. They laid beds out on like the floors, and they was like, okay, y'all can stay here for a week or two. And I was like, nah, we already sleeping in the hotel. Like I'm about to just spend this profit I made, this little $500. And it wasn't no prop firms. It was nothing then that we knew about. Yeah. It was just straight off live accounts that I made from a grocery store. So I made $500 profit, and I took that whole $500 and paid up 2 weeks of a hotel. And then that's when I really pushed the gears to learn how to trade.
Wow,
crazy.
Man. That is something, bro.
Yeah.
So, okay, talk to me about how trading first came into your life. How did you get introduced to Forex trading?
So I got introduced to Forex trading by working at Publix. So I was working at Publix, and some dude came in there. I already knew what Forex was, it was going around the internet, but I didn't know how to get it. I didn't know how to do it. So some dude came in there, and I'm a big person. I like tattoos. Like that's a big thing to me. I love tattoos. And he had like both his arms covered in sleeves, and it was like great artwork. And I was like, how you get that? I was bagging his groceries while we was having a conversation. So I was like, how you get those sleeves? Like, how was you able to afford that? He was like, I trade Forex. I said, damn, what's that? You talking about the little stock market shit? He was like, yeah, you just trading currencies instead. So I was like, let me get your number. So he walked me to his car. He gave me like a $5 tip too. This was crazy because we needed it to pay for the hotel. He gave it to me. I took down his number, and after that, he sent me a website called Baby Pills. You ever heard of that?
Yeah.
He sent me Baby Pills, and after that, I took off with that. I was learning. I put my head down, locked myself in the room, and started studying like all day, every day. Every day.
Man.
Crazy.
Yo, that's crazy, man. No, it's really crazy, but it goes back to what you said. Like you were always a social person. So for you to be working, bagging groceries, and to see something you like, it's like, yo, man, like how you got that? And like if you don't ask that question,
you never know.
Who knows if you ever stumble upon it? Well, I'm pretty sure nowadays you would. It's everywhere now, right? But at that time, you probably wouldn't have stumbled upon it. So
I probably wouldn't.
That's pretty dope. So like, do you keep track with that person? Like.
I lost his number. I think I lost that phone that I was calling him on in the fire.
Oh.
So I had to go from there. And then after time going by, I stopped taking it serious. I was taking it serious, but I wasn't taking it serious. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing this for 10 years. So as time went by, I started seeing, Q Banks, Drew Banks. I started seeing all them in the mountains with supercars and Lamborghinis and stuff. So I hit up Drew. And then I bought Drew course, and I was still in the shadows for a long time. He didn't even know I existed. I just bought his course. And over time, I started profiting from the strategy, you know what I'm saying? And then that's when KJ was born, KJ McLaurin.
Come on. Okay. Love it. Okay, so how far were you into your journey when you got Drew's course?
I was like, maybe like 6 years in. I was trading USD JPY, gold, AUD/USD. Probably.
Okay. So you got Drew's course, like in 2019, 2020, somewhere in there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
All right. Gotcha. What was it that Drew was teaching you that made sense for you?
I wanted to learn how to trade GJ. You know GJ, that shit'll clap you quick.
Real quick.
Yeah, so I kept losing on GJ, and I seen that this dude in the mountains with Ferraris and Lamborghinis off of GJ. He's posting $100,000 days. So I'm like, damn. And I like Q Banks too, but Q Banks, he wasn't trading GJ for real. Drew was. So I went over his course, and he got quarter points. He told you about that?
I've heard him talk about that, yeah.
Yeah, so he got quarter points, and he know how to read GJ with structure and using multiple time frames. So that was game changing for me. Once I saw that, and I was like, I added it to what I already knew and perfected it with my strategy already. Because I just trade price action. I know how to read counters at all times on every time frames. So once I added that, it gave me more structure to be able to like believe in my psychology. You know what I'm saying? So I know how to hold trades. You know what I'm saying? I know how to comprehend everything better now.
That's dope.
Yeah.
So how far into learning these quarter points and learning how to read structure? Because that's something that Drew really, I got to take my hat off. Well, I don't have a hat on right now, but I definitely take my hat off to Drew. Shout out to Drew, because he is definitely somebody that like preaches structure every time frame. You know where you are in the market, right? So from learning all these things, how long did it take you to start implementing that with your prior knowledge and actually see that turn into some type of profitability?
Like, you got to remember, you already know by now, this is not like a get rich quick scheme. So it took me 2 years of implementing that and like developing it with my skill to actually see the results that I'm getting now.
I like that.
So I went from having, at that time I was making like, I had a 100K prop firm account. I was making like 5K every 2 weeks, 10K. Sometimes I had 10K days. And then once I added that to it, I started having 20K days, 30K days. And I was like, okay, so this shit is where I need to be at.
Yeah.
And I dropped every pair after that. I dropped every pair and just started trading GJ strictly.
Wow. So do you still trade with prop firms?
No.
Okay. Is there any reason why?
They denied too many payouts. I done had like 100 payouts denied for no reason. The reason is I broke one rule. Like, I changed my consistency up. I changed the lot size, and they was like, okay, you can't get this whole $20,000 payout because you changed the lot size. So I was like, nah.
Wow. So is there any particular prop firm you want to call out?
I can't do
No problem. We'll keep it moving.
I can't do that.
Yeah. We'll keep it moving. Okay. So talk to me about building up your accounts, right? What money did you have to fund your accounts? How did you build that up? And like, where is that now? Like, how much do you keep in your accounts now?
So I'm a risk taker.
Okay.
Right? I know this might sound crazy to people, but I believe in myself 100%, 110%. I took out a bank loan with my business. So I got a business called Liquid FX Global, LLC. I took out a $27,000 loan and put the whole thing in the trading account.
When did you do that?
Like 8 months ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Come on. Okay, keep going. I'm not going to interrupt. Keep going.
I took out a whole loan. My mama like, bro, do not put all that money in there. If you lose it, you got to pay that back. But I'm like, everybody was telling me that. I was just like, you know what? I believe in myself. I've been doing this long enough. I turned that shit to, it said, I think 180,000 now.
Sheesh.
And I done withdrew like 60, 70,000 out plenty of times to buy cars, get my teeth done, just do certain things. And yeah, it was at 240,000 at one point, but I've just been spending on it.
Yo, that is horrible financial decisions. But what entrepreneur makes great financial decisions when they on the come up? You feel what I'm saying?
And then you got to remember, with trading, you can make 500%, 600%. People don't know that, but that's real. It's not like no slow growth. You can literally flip a account within seconds or minutes if you know how to trade. And I feel like I'm a professional trader. I've been doing it long enough, so I was just like, it's either now or never. So once I did that, that's when I started seeing my life really change. And this is recently for real.
Yeah, you said 8 months ago. This is recently.
I went from making 10K every withdrawal to pulling out 40, 50, 60, 70s. You know what I'm saying? Pulling out real money off a bank loan.
That's crazy. OPM, other people's money.
Other people's money. And it's the bank money, and they got the most money. So I said, put the whole loan in there.
Man, that's crazy. So what made you think of using that method to get your capital?
Honestly, it wasn't no other way because I knew how to trade. I just didn't have the capital, and the prop firms wasn't paying me, and I just got tired of not getting paid. So, my uncle was like, "Oh, I got $100K loan to get a trucking company," and I was like, "Can you show me the way? Like, I want to get it too. I want to learn how to get the loans." So I was just like, "This is the best way to get trading capital to trade with." I was using my own personal money that I made on the side from my business, but it really wasn't enough for me to like risk all of it on just trading because I got to live with it. So yeah, I felt like that was a perfect opportunity for me to show my growth within trading.
So, most people would just start a course, give out signals.
That was my business based off of.
Okay.
Liquid
So you
FX.
were doing that. Okay,
Yeah, but it
boom.
wasn't really no money, honestly,
Gotcha.
for me to risk like I wanted to.
So you needed like a couple.
I want to risk 4,000 per trade.
Yeah.
5,000 per trade. If one trade hit, I'm up 50,000, 40,000. I'm risking 1 to 10s. That's my RR, 1 to 10, 1 to 5. So I'm risking 1,000 to make 10,000. I'm risking 5,000 to make 50,000. You know what I'm saying? And that's when I was like, okay. And then I don't have no type of emotion towards the money because I didn't make the money. They gave it to me. So if I lose it, I'm not getting hurt. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna risk this whole thing. So the first, I think it took me maybe 3 weeks to take a trade because I was scared. I was like, damn, I want to take this trade, but I got to make sure the first trade hit so I can get that cushion. So it took me 3 weeks to take a trade, and finally a GJ setup came about. I talked to Drew about it. We both talked. He was like, do it. So I did it, and then it worked.
It hit.
It hit, yeah.
Wow.
It hit for sure.
Man, that's
Yeah.
pretty awesome. So, some people will watch this and say, well, sounds like a gambler to me, right?
I am a gambler with my life. Yeah, I gamble. I bet on myself 100 times to change my family situation. You know what I'm saying? I put my life on the line to change my whole family situation. And this is doing it at a computer is way more safe than doing it in the streets for a couple $100. So I do this 100,000 times if I have to.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what do you say to a person that will come back on that and say, well, yeah, you're making some money right now. Yeah, you're making some money right now. You're doing your thing. But is that sustainable over years and years and decades?
My portfolio say it is. Because don't forget, I am a professional trader, so I don't risk nothing. My risk is smart, you know what I'm saying? I take calculated risk. So yeah, my portfolio say it is.
I like this conversation. And we kind of talked about this, when we started. But why I like this conversation and why I like that you are just so confident in how you do things and who you are is because I think a lot of times we look at trading one way, right? Has to be 1% risk, set of stop loss, what's your risk to reward, all these things, right? But if you look at a person like you could have easily went the other way. If it had not been for trading, you could have easily went back into the old life.
I'd be dead.
There you go.
Guaranteed.
And maybe had a couple bodies under you before you left, right?
Exactly, yeah.
And with that being said, you found the skill and you brought that hunger, that go hard mentality to this skill set. And for somebody to look at another person and say, oh, just a gambler, they're not a real trader. The audacity of somebody to say that or think that. Because when you look at your story and the way we just kind of walk through it, it's like this literally saved your life, changed your life, and allowing you to change other people's lives.
My whole family life. I feel like out of my whole grandma generation, I broke the generational curse. Because it's like curses on us. Like none of us doing nothing without, well, some of us is, but majority of us, we're not doing nothing with our lives. Like we barely can graduate high school. Like my mom, she's doing her thing, but like nobody's a millionaire. We don't have one millionaire in our family. So I feel like I'm gonna break that curse. I'm right there by it. I'm at the door.
I love it, man. Come on. And bro, like, this is who this show is for, right? You know, just the everyday person that, you know, no, we may not be Wall Street. No, we may not have everything defined. No, we may not journal after every trade. But we like, yo, if I can bring my hustle to this and get this to work, this can be life-changing for me and mine. Like, I don't have to be, you know, a full-time trader forever, but maybe if I can get ahead of myself, you know, start getting ahead financially, I could take that money, I can invest into some other businesses, do some other things.
Yeah.
You know? And so that's why I love this conversation, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man. So do you ever take time to just like look at the mirror? Like, you know, Drake got the saying and started from the bottom.
Yeah.
You know, when I walk around the house, I put on every single chain. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, do you ever have moments where you just, you know, you chilling and you just look at yourself in the mirror and just be like, bro, this is my reality.
Real.
Like, this is really happening for me.
Yeah, I do
Like,
that all the
money
time.
is not
a problem.
A problem.
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
not a worry no more. Stability is not a worry.
Like,
no
I know
more.
if my mama and them don't got it, I got it for them. You know what I'm saying? So they ever need anything, I'll be able to give it to them without worrying about my pockets. You know what I'm saying? It take me like 10 pips, 20 pips
Yeah.
to get a couple thousand. So it's just like, it's crazy. But I already knew it was gonna happen when I started studying from the start. I already knew. I was like, this is what I want to do. So it's like, it's believable, it's unbelievable, but I knew it from the jump. Like, that's my confidence. I already knew where it was gonna come.
I love that. So do you have any rules? Like, let's get into like your trading plan and things like that. So do you have any like rules on how often you trade, how many trades per day? Like, do you have a daily risk limit, weekly risk limit?
So I go by 3 rules. I gotta wake up at 4 a.m. I can't have more than 3 positions in, and then they gotta be 10 pips apart. Well, I have a lot of rules. It has to be off a quarter point, you know what I'm saying? And then it has to be like at a high liquidity level. Yeah.
High liquidity level. Talk to me about that. What is that? That's my first time hearing that. So explain that to me.
Liquidity is where the banks take their buys and sells at. So like, it's like a support resistance level. It's like where price get the most bounces at. So if you know if price go back to the area again, it's gonna bounce off. Majority of the chance, like 90%. So I marked it up as a high liquidity zone. You know what I'm saying? So if price come back to this area, I know this is where I need to be buying it only. I don't want to buy nowhere but this level.
How do you find those areas? Like, is it like supply and demand?
Supply and demand.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Support and resistance. You just go back and just see how many times price bounced there every time I got there. So if it happens recently, you know, when price get there, you just buy or sell, whatever you do. But I only buy. If you check my trade history, it's straight buys. I only buy GJ.
You literally Drew student, man. You literally Drew student. Okay, I like that. Well, it is. I mean, it's been uptrending since COVID. Like,
Since
it's been
COVID,
made,
yeah.
on like the monthly higher time frame. So definitely makes sense. Okay, so what about like daily max risk or weekly max risk? Like, talk to me about money management.
So with that, I say I take 3 setups. 3 setups max. So with me personally, I risk 5 to 10% per setup. Okay. So if I got a 50K account, I'm trying to risk 5,000 of that bit every trade. So if I hit one time, that's 50. That's another 50 ball. Now I got 100,000 off of one setup. So yeah, I would say take 3 setups max. So I'll be risking like 15% of the account a day, and one of them gonna hit. One of them gonna hit for sure.
So in terms of like putting your money into a broker, right? So you get this loan. I want to kind of go back to that. You get this loan, $27,000. Are you like, okay, I don't want to put this into no broker that's just going to vanish and leave tomorrow, right? Because there's been a lot of, little brokers, situations you hear about people putting money into brokers, not getting paid out, losing their accounts, just weird stuff happening. Were you concerned about that in any way? And
I mean, yeah, but I've been trading for so long. It's like you're going to have to use an offshore broker to get the leverage you want, honestly. Like, if you put it in a regulated broker, you're going to get like 50 to 1. Like, you can't really, I wouldn't be able to flip that shit if I would have did that. So I went unregulated. I ain't going to name which broker I used, but I went unregulated.
I hear you on that. We gonna stay out of the the politics.
The politics, the politics
With
for
these
sure.
brokers. We don't want to be at fault with nobody losing
Exactly.
anything. So so we'll stay clear of that. I learned my lesson about the brokers.
I swear to God. I swear to God. I can name the 3 brokers I use though.
Okay, go ahead.
I use AirFX, I use Sway, and I use Ventura.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so I've been using, so I have like a small personal account. I don't put much money in there at all. On the Forex side, and I've been using 24K markets. They've been really good, like quick
24K
withdrawals.
markets?
Yeah, 24K markets, yeah.
I gotta look that up. I never heard of that.
Yeah, bro. They really good with the withdrawals. I'm talking like I submitted one and it came in like, I think it was like 30, 40 minutes, like instantly.
That's how Sway be.
Yeah.
Ventura take a couple days. Like I be scheduling withdrawals and that shit don't come until a couple days, but they're a good broker for sure. But Sway, when it comes to fast withdrawals, Sway got that for sure.
Okay. Yeah. Shout out to Lewis. I know Lewis. I done met Lewis a couple times. Yeah.
I don't even know who that is. I don't even know who that is, bro. Like me, I don't know nobody in the industry for real. I know like 5 people. I know Angel, Rappy Vlogs, I know Drew, and I know a couple more people.
Yeah.
I'm antisocial when it comes to traders because they be faking their lifestyle most of the time. So I just be staying to myself.
Yeah. Well, one thing, I already said this in the beginning, but I just believe that when the people that know you best can go anywhere with you, and the same talk you talk online is the same talk you talking around them, that just speaks to that authenticity, you know what I'm saying? Of
sure.
just who you really are and what you do. I think it'll be a really, hard thing to do to sit here and be lying to me and your mama sitting right across from you right now. You know what I mean? So, I definitely love that.
Everything I'm saying, y'all can look it up on YouTube. Literally, the news events where a hotel getting burnt down, all that is documented. Me buying my mama cars and stuff. My FS books is all on the internet. Like, I'm very transparent when it comes to my trading. Because I love it. I'm very confident in what I do. You know what
I can feel that confidence.
I'm very
man.
confident.
Where does the confidence come from?
My mama.
Yeah.
And then me putting in the work. So me just putting in the work, grinding for 10 years, I know like I do, and I done had multiple times to where I proved it, that I really can do this. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Yeah. Now, talk to me about your losses. What's been your biggest loss?
My biggest loss was $60K.
Wow.
On my $27,000 account.
And how many positions did you have out running?
I think I had 50 standards.
Wow.
At a high, like a fucking retard.
Wow.
I had 50 standards in with no stop loss because my account was like at 300K. So I'm like, well, shit, I can let this breathe. And I took the stop loss off, and GJ dropped 140 pips, I think.
See, when they be doing that stupid stuff,
them big ass liquidity drops. That shit, I was hurt. Like it took me like a week to make that money back. I was like, damn. So that's when I knew then, like, I gotta lock in. I started getting lazy. The more money you make in this, the more lazy you get. If you trade in small capital, you gotta be on it. But when you trade in big capital or funded account, you gotta. If you get too lazy, it's over with.
Yeah. So how are you acting? Because mom mentioned to me like how you start to act, and how she knows you lost a trade. So tell us, like what you think you do. Because mom told me what you really do, but what do you think you be doing when you lose?
I try to make an excuse on why I don't want people at my house.
Yeah. Kick everybody out.
I kick everybody out. I close the curtains and I just try to stay to myself. I just don't want to be bothered. You know what I'm saying? And then they start asking why, and that just make me even more mad. Like, just leave me alone.
How long does that last? Like, where you just
until I get the money back. Until I get the money back, literally.
That's how you know you got the money back in the end. That's how we have it?
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna lie, bro. So I am very, like, my time, I have 3 kids now. And so I have a 7-year-old, 4-year-old, and I have a newborn. So my time now, like, I'm basically like a full-time daddy, basically, at this point. And, my wife's not a morning person at all. So, when it comes to pick up, drop off from school, like, that's pretty much me. So in the morning, I typically come to the market 6 a.m. to start looking, right? Start marking up, doing my stuff. But I'm moving around with a laptop, bro. So when I'm ironing clothes, getting uniform stuff, the laptop in front of me. When I'm downstairs and I'm fixing breakfast, laptop in front of me, right? So yeah, I'm moving around like that. I have to, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta take the hand you dealt and do what you gotta do, right? And so with that being said, the kids definitely know, especially my oldest, because he's been seeing me throughout this trading journey. He knows that if I'm real giddy in the morning, like I'm like not strict. I'm not like, let's go, we gotta move. If I'm more relaxed, smiling, giddy, moving, moving around gracefully, he know that daddy either in a winning position or I done closed out my winning trade for the day. If he see me tense and I'm on them about, hey, let's go, guys. Listen, I'm waiting for y'all, let's go. He knows either I'm about to hit stop loss or I lost the trade. Yeah. He just know all automatically. And he'll ask in the car, Daddy, did you lose today? He knows, you know what I mean? So I'm definitely, like, I can feel that, bro. I can feel that.
But that usually only happens when I over leverage. Like, I done got so used to losing that it don't really bother me unless I over leverage on positions. Yeah. That's when they be like, damn.
Because you knew you shouldn't have done that.
Yeah. Or when I take the stop loss off. Like, stupid shit. When you know you're breaking your rules, that's when it hits the most. Like, damn, why did I do that? Because now you got to make that shit back.
Got to make it back.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it'd be like, bro, if you would have just stuck to the plan,
exactly,
we wouldn't even had to do all this.
Exactly. And that's when my emotion shows. But when I take losses throughout the day, like small losses, 10, 15, 20 pip losses, it don't really hurt me.
It's the cost of doing business.
The cost of doing business. That's how I look at it. Mm-hmm. It's the cost of trading. So, yeah, it's when I over leverage. I ain't gonna lie. And I still do that. I've been trading for 10 years and I still be over leveraging sometimes and breaking my own rules.
What did you do after that $60,000 loss? Do you remember?
I called my boy Dine and I was like, bro, I just lost 60K, bro. He was like, what the f you mean you just lost 60K? I was like, nigga, I just lost 60K. I didn't have a stop loss and that shit dropped. He bust out, started laughing. That got me even more mad. So I hung up on him. And I just stayed to myself until I got the money back, for real. Because I don't like being bothered when I lose, when I take stupid L's. Even though it's my fault, I just rather get it back in silence.
Just lock in.
Lock in, exactly.
How long did it take for you to recover that 60,000?
I think a week or two. Like a week or two, yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
That's crazy, bro. Like, you really getting on his nerves. Oh, yeah, you was getting on his nerves?
My mom would call me. She'd know something wrong with me. She'd know something wrong with me, and she'd just be like,
I sent him a text.
What's wrong with you? She'd keep asking. And then she'd be like, oh, it's this, ain't it? And I'd be like, yeah, Mom, it's this.
You'll get it back.
Yeah, she'd say that.
You know yourself.
She been telling me that since I was 18, 17. Like, I literally, I've been doing it since I was a child. I lock myself in the room and just trade.
You got a great mom. I told you that, man.
Yeah.
You got a great mom, man. And that's awesome to, like, it seems like at this point, right, because early on you saw that you had to help mom out. Like, it seems like, yeah, she's your mother. You reverence her. Like, this is my guardian. This is my parent. You love her. You respect her. But in a sense, it's like, that's your best friend.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's your best friend. Like, y'all able to do things together. She understands you. She's able to encourage you. Like, that's dope, man. That's dope. That's really, really dope. So tell me, what does the future hold for KJ? Like, where you want to take your life? What's next for you? Like, do you think about being married, having a family? I mean, all of this stuff. Let's talk about it, man. Like, what do you see in your future?
So the future holds, I just signed with MPZ Trading.
Okay, what is that?
So it's a trading community that it got like the biggest traders in Orlando in it. Mm-hmm. We are about to move to Miami. So that's my next stepping stone is moving to Miami, adapting to Miami, and trying to level up my life. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool with where I'm at right now, but I know I can go further if I move to Miami. So I want to move there, start doing YouTube, and just like recording everything I do, trading and building a fan base for trading, especially like trading for, like, I'm gonna be real. It's not a lot of people that's from the hood that trade, that's actually from the hood. So I know I can build a whole new fan base around trading if I bring how I act to trading, to the trading community, to the trading world.
That's it, bro. That's why, bro, we've been watching you. And, so when this happened, I'm like, yeah, we got to do it because, like, that's what intrigued me.
Yeah.
You know, like when I see you, I'm on your Instagram, I see, you know what I mean? I see you out having fun, showing the money, living, and I'm like, yo, this is my cousin right here. You know what I mean? Like this is who I grew up with. Like these, you know, he literally like my little cousin. Like he reminds me of that. And so that's why I was like, yeah, we gotta bring him on because this is the realities of what this skill set can do. And I'm excited for you, bro, because my real cousins, you know, my blood cousins are gonna watch this and be like, yo, like I can do this too.
Yeah.
Who may not be on the right path right now. You know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah.
And so man, that's powerful. And that's actually bringing me to my next question. I was gonna ask, right? You're successful. You've been able to, you know, like you brought your mom cars, surprised her with cars, you've, you know, dropped bags on her, you know, stacks of money on her, stuff like that. You're good. And so I was gonna ask you, but you just answered it. But I was gonna ask, like, why put yourself out there? Why show the lifestyle? Why show the money? Why do that? So if you want to add more detail in that,
reason why, because they think we live like this from, we gotta rap, we gotta play sports, you know what I'm saying? We gotta sell drugs to live the lifestyle that we want to live. In reality, we don't. We just have to put in the work and find different avenues that don't deal with nothing like that. Like to show them, like, you know, we lit too without doing all that. So
okay, I love it, man. That's dope, bro. That's dope, man.
Yeah.
I wish you, of course you can.
Okay, but I think more so like as a mother, when you got a lot of statistics that say a single mom that come from the hoods, black sons can't be successful.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he kind of tried to change the narrative to that.
Yeah,
Not
basically.
having a father,
Yeah.
Even though my mama came from poverty, like I can still be somebody. A lot of young black men feel like because their mother, their father weren't there, or they lost out in their childhood because we struggled and this was the life we had then wasn't fair to our kids. You got black men to be like, yes, you can be somebody.
Yeah, I want to show them like you don't need sports, rapping to make it in life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's different avenues, and trading is one. Trading is one of the biggest things that can change your life, and you don't need no type of white collar thing to do. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Nah, that's facts, bro. And man, you doing it, bro. And I wish you, well, I pray that you have, you know, so much more impact and success, and, you know, that God will cover you, you know, keep you safe, and just continue to just, you know, allow you to just pour back into people that are looking for hope. You know what I mean? That's looking for a way out. And you know, what's amazing to me is that you said as soon as you went on Baby Pips, you knew it was for you. You know, like you knew instantly. And that's how I felt too. Like when you grow up, I wasn't the most athletic. You know, like there's a picture floating around the internet from like some of the people, you know, on Facebook basically, of the people I grew up with, us playing Pop Warner football. And everybody like up against the gate, and you see this one kid, man, I forgot what number I had. I think I had number 75 maybe, right? And you see this number 75 on the side of the gate, you know, everybody smiling, throwing up little signs, right? And you see this number 75 with a nappy head looking depressed and miserable. And that was me. Yeah. And it was because like the sports thing, it was never me.
that's what I'm saying,
I
bro.
was forced to do it. Well, I wasn't physically forced, but I felt like I had to do it. That's all.
Like,
that's all everybody else was doing.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Yep.
Like that's all I know where I'm from. Like the biggest people out of Lawrenceburg is football players, and I'm thinking, damn, I gotta play basketball to get out of this. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And then when we got out of there, and I saw that I can trade for a living, I was like, this the route I'm gonna take, because I'm tired of being a statistic. Why the f we gotta play sports or rap to make life-changing money? Like that shit is annoying. So I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna take this serious, and I guess I'm gonna be the first person from my hood to be a Forex trader or a day trader. You know what I'm saying?
Man, that's so good, bro.
Yeah.
Man, I'm so happy for you, bro.
Appreciate
I'm happy you came. I'm happy we got to meet, man. This is really like just, it's refreshing. You know what I mean? Because I know, bro, I know how easy it is. You know, a lot of the people I grew up with, a lot of the people, you know, I went to school with, literally hung out with, played ball with, a lot of them fail. You know what I mean? Some lost their lives. Some just got locked up, just got caught up in the wrong situation. And it's not because they wasn't, smart or they wasn't ambitious. It's just because they just didn't find the thing to take them out of those distractions. You know what I mean? And to see somebody like you, like, bro, like you literally, you were able to just get away from the distractions, find a way, and you dedicated yourself and you did it, bro. And now you willing to reach back and you willing to show people this different route. It's awesome. And you honest with it. You're not making it seem like you got here on your own. You giving honor to the people that, that helped you on the journey, and you just keeping it real, man. And you just keeping it authentic. And I really appreciate that, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, bro. Love it, man. So before we get out of here, man, I definitely want to open up the floor for you, bro. If it's anything that you would just want to share from your heart with traders that are just maybe watching this right now, and maybe it's not the streets, right? Maybe it's just they're trapped in a bad relationship, or they trapped mentally in a cubicle. You know what I mean? And they just feel like, man, I hate this stupid job. You know what I mean? Like I know it's more to my life. Or maybe they are at their last right now. Like they just got put out, or they're down to literally just their car. And they need hope right now. What would you say from somebody that's been through some life, just some crazy things life has thrown at you, and you made it, and you standing on top of the mountain like, I did this. You know what I mean? God got me here. What would you share to that person? I want you to look in that camera, man. What would you share to that person?
You put me on the spot.
Come on, bro.
Let me think. Honestly, I don't know what to say. Hold up.
Take your time, bro.
What advice could I give upcoming traders, basically? So if you're an upcoming trader, I feel like don't let nobody limit your success on where you're from. So I feel like you just really got to lock in and block off all the distractions, because people going to basically say that you can't do what we're doing right now, which you can. So just lock yourself in and just focus and work, basically. Put in the work. No matter where you're from. You could be in a cliff, in the hangar somewhere, you could still learn how to trade and do it. So all you got to do is just lock in and focus, really. That's it.
Real talk, man.
Yeah.
Real talk, ladies and gentlemen, man. This has been good. KJ is in the building, man. This has been super dope, man. Super just awesome opportunity, man, to just meet with you and to hear from you and to meet your little brother. Your mom is here, man. And,
I just gave his little badass 100K account live because
really,
I really motivated him. Like, he's one of those, I want to be a gangster. Like, I want to be a Crip. I want to be this. And he's just been seeing me level up lately. I'm buying Porsche trucks. I'm buying Mercedes. I'm buying stuff now. So he like, I want to do this now. Like, I'm motivating my little brothers, my little cousins to really get out here and learn how to trade and live this life that we've been wanting to live before we even knew about trading. So, yeah. Okay,
so you gave your brother a 100K account?
Yeah, 100K funding account.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I was about to say, you put 100. You got 27 from the bank and blew it up, and now you gifted your brother 100,000.
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna come on here and lie like that. Nah, I ain't giving nobody 100,000.
Boy, you gonna be a good big brother, boy. Oh man, but that's dope. That's dope. So, how old is your little brother?
He's 19.
Okay, he's 19. So you getting him right.
I got 7 little brothers, and now that like everything is happening the way it's happening, I'm trying to buy all them cars and get all of them to start trading. Man, I love that, bro. Yeah. Love that, bro. Man, I'm excited for you, bro. I'm really thrilled to have you, man, and just super excited for your journey. As I've already said, just really super excited for you, bro. And man, I just feel led, man, that I want to pray for you. Can I pray for you real quick, man? Yeah, go ahead, man.
Yeah, man. I just want to bless you, bro. And it's not even, you know what I mean? Like, it's not even for the camera, but maybe somebody need to hear this prayer. But Father God, in the name of Jesus, man, I just want to pray for KJ. I just thank you for him. I thank you for what he's doing. I thank you for everything that he has yet to see, God. And I just want you to cover him. I want you to protect him. I want you to continue to just speak to him, to give him guidance. I want you to bless his mother, his brothers, his family. And Lord, most of all, I want his life to leave a legacy. When people hear his name, let them see the good that he's been able to do. Let him see how literally he's turned a sour situation into gold, literally. And let them be encouraged and inspired by that in Jesus' name. Amen. Man, amen. I really appreciate you, bro. Real talk, man. Having you here has done me good, bro. Real talk. It's a lot of joy in me right now, man. I appreciate you. Real talk, man. That's good, bro.
No problem, bro.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, man. I almost forgot y'all was here, to be honest with you. Like, real talk. I really forgot they was here. But listen, this has been another episode of Forex Beginner Podcast. This is your boy Calvin, the new trader, man. We got KJ in the building blessing us. Some great motivation, man. Wherever you are on your journey, be encouraged, be inspired, keep believing, keep going. Regardless of where you are in life, you can achieve success. And if you believe trading is your path, take it, run with it, and don't look back. All right, till next time. I look forward to running into you at the bank one day, but you cannot meet me there. When me and KJ pull up to the bank, you should be walking out, duffel bag on your shoulder, big smile on your face. That's our way of saying I believe we all are going to be successful. Till next time, stay blessed, and don't take your stop loss off, all right? Peace.